should.
There we go.
Here, it's time for another Out and About with Jamie Grout Shortcast. It's kind of a summary of our podcast that we just recorded with this lady right here, Ann Igo, of the Grinnell Museum that is opening up this Saturday for a sneak peek. And tell us what people are going to see this Saturday, Ann.
Well, first of all, they're going to see a mess because
Okay.
we are finished with the renovation and now we're getting ready to make exhibits.
Okay.
And so you'll see a lot of flexible things happening, movable walls that aren't in place yet, partial exhibits. You'll see boxes of items that are maybe going to be an exhibit. I didn't tell you earlier, but we have the junior high trophy cabinet from the mid-1900s.
Oh, really?
That's in pieces in one of the rooms, so they'll see pieces. But you'll be able to see not only the exhibit space, but all of the private spaces, the classrooms, the collection area, the storage, the shop, everything will be seen. So once the museum is open, those won't be available to the public. So this will be kind of fun to see something that you won't see before, or again.
Okay. And over to my right, sorry I can't take the camera around over by there, but you have something called a header, and for those who are not farmers or in the ag community, what is a header and why is it here?
It's here because in 1879 to 90, a company called Craver Austin Steel built this machine. It's called a Randolph header. We think we have the only one in existence, and it's put together. It used to just be in pieces. That was one reason we wanted a larger museum, was to show off some of our large items. This is a machine that would harvest wheat or oats or timothy or anything that needed to be cut off a stalk. And it can go down as low as 6 inches or as high as 14 inches. So you get just the grain when you harvest it. And it's very unique because the grain lands on an elevator or a conveyor belt, which travels to another conveyor belt and into a wagon. So no picking up of the grain that lands on the ground. And it's also has 2 teams of horses, 2 teams of 2 horses. So 4 horses, and they're at the back of the equipment.
Oh, okay.
So they look like they're pushing it, but they're actually pulling it.
Oh,
It's a very unique object. And 10,000 of them at least were made in Grinnell, traveled on the railroad to many places all over the world. We have records of them in Argentina, Australia, New Zealand, Russia, Italy.
Wow.
A lot of places. And I ran into one in England too. So
how about that?
Very unusual, but it could harvest a large field in a very quick time. So.
And again, over to my right, and again, I'm sorry I'm not taking the camera over there.
You have to come see these things.
Yeah, I'm not showing you because I want you to come to the sneak peek this Saturday in Grinnell at the museum. But there's a wooden propeller to my right, and tell us about that, Ann.
It's attached to a 6-cylinder radial engine, which was designed and developed by Billy Robinson and Charlie Hink right here in Grinnell, early 1900s. One of the first radial engines created in the United States. And we have a copy of one of his design that was made by the Dodge Tool Company when they were trying to sell the engine to the Army. But World War I ended and the Army didn't need the engines anymore. But so we'll have that here on a regular, it's always going to be here. It's very heavy. It took 5 people to move it.
Wow.
It's up on a pole that's supporting the roof. So if the engine goes down, the roof goes down. But it's a stunning piece of equipment.
Yeah.
And we're really happy to have it.
And we talked about this in the podcast too, but you really want to make this an educational experience,
as much as possible. We'd like to have people walk out of here knowing something new every time they came. And we're going to have flexible exhibits that will allow that to happen. So people will see something new whenever they come.
And you've had a lot of great volunteers, and I was really gratified to know that not only board members and people from the community, but younger people involved in this too. Tell us about that, Ann.
I was so happy about this because a 4-H club reached out to us and said the kids were interested and what could we tell them about it. So they're actually going to put in a 4-H exhibit, and we have other pieces of 4-H back into the 30s. So they're combining a lot of history with a lot of new 4-H club activities. So that's pretty exciting. And then the middle school started a history club this year, and they're going to do something. I'm not quite sure what yet,
Sure.
but they're coming to visit on Friday afternoon. So they'll come to the museum the day before the sneak peek. So they get a sneak peek.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about what kind of an exhibit they're going to have. But it's thrilling to have kids involved.
And one other piece of equipment that I can see over there, it reminds me of the play Oklahoma. We'll just kind of wrap with that.
Yeah.
The tiny little surrey with a fringe on top, if
Yeah.
you've ever seen that. Tell us
Yeah.
about that real quick.
Well, that also was made in Grinnell by
Okay.
the Spalding Manufacturing Company. They made buggies like crazy, 10,000 a year for many years, and had some interesting approaches to selling them. But this surrey has a family story that the folks who gave it to us recounted a story of their grandparents taking their children on a trip to Missouri in it.
Sure.
And it's a horse-drawn surrey. So
Oh,
if you
neat.
could imagine going to Missouri, how many days that might have taken. And you had to have your luggage on it. It's a two-seater. So they were crowded in there. Must have been fun.
You bet.
Yeah.
Well, tell us the hours for the sneak peek this
peek.
weekend, and also extra motivation too in terms of pastry.
Very important. We are going to be open for a sneak peek from 10 to noon. And if you get here early, there will be donuts.
Donuts. Yeah.
Donuts, yes.
Okay.
I ordered 6 dozen. I'm hoping it's enough.
You bet.
So 72 people can come, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Or
Okay.
some of us can have 2. That would be all
Okay.
right. Yeah.
And
But
again,
please come.
the hours again, one more time.
10 to noon.
And where are you located?
We are located at the corner of First Avenue and Highway 146, which is also called West Street in Grinnell, Iowa.
All right. Great.
Come and see us.
You bet. Grinnell Museum. Check it out. And then your grand opening date.
Grand opening is July 28th, which is a Saturday.
July
and-
28th.
No, June.
June 28th. Oops.
Bad.
June 28th.
Scratch that. June 28th, 2025.
Okay.
We think from 1 to 3. The time is a little iffy.
Okay.
It might be 2 to 4, but
Okay.
it is that day.
All
We
right.
are determined.
You bet. All right.
Determined.
My interview guest has been Ann Igo with the Grinnell Museum. Check out the sneak peek this Saturday.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap it up for this Grout Out and About with Grout Shortcast.